pulp grading. How do you feel about it so far?
I think it's gotten better than I thought, honestly. Um, there's been a couple hiccups, a little bit of, I'd say, time delays, a little bit of uncertainty on grades, but overall, I mean, those have been edge cases. I think grades have come in a little bit higher than I would have expected. Seen a lot of sevens, an 8.5,
Mhm.
an 8 picked up today. Um, I think when it comes to grading and pricing and how the market itself is doing, a little bit more interesting conversation. But grading overall, I mean, quality has been mostly there.
What do you think about pulps with overhangs seem to be
Mm-hmm.
capping out at about 8.5? That seems
Yeah.
to be like the 9.8 equivalent on a pulp with an overhang is 8.5.
Yeah.
Do you think that's accurate, too harsh?
I think what's going to be interesting is when you get the same pulp. We'll use a Startling, right? Startling 1950, any of those issues. If you get a trimmed copy, just the overhang trimmed, or an untrimmed copy, which of those is going to get a higher grade? I think right now, the trimmed copy, I don't think the trims are going as high as 8.5. So I think the trimmed copies are getting hit a little bit. But yeah, the overhang, any small tear is getting dinged pretty hard. So,
Yeah, I guess I understand that an 8.5 being for a pulp with overhang is considered, it's showing up like the top grade.
yeah.
You might see a 9 with overhang soon. I haven't seen a 9.0 pulp with overhang yet. We've seen 8.5 as a top,
Yeah.
which,
There's one 9 Startling, but I think it was an earlier 40s one. I don't know if it had overhang.
but the majority is going to be 8.5, seems like the
Majority.
cap.
What I think
Which,
they're doing is they're treating the overhang as part of the book.
yeah,
If you think about it that way, you grade it like it's part of the book. And I think that's been the question all along is, does the book end at the end of the pages or does it end at the end of the overhang?
so taking that into account, will we ever see a 9.4 pulp with overhang?
Never say never, but I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
I think it's too hard. There's too likely that damage happens. And if it's not right on the overhang and the tears, it's in that top corner where things can get folded over. I don't even know how you'd reasonably grade a 9.4. Also, I don't know how it'd stay a 9.4 in the slab, honestly.
That's true. I mean, even just the slightest mishandling could drop that down.
Saw a book drop today, that would have gone from a 9.4 to like an 8.5. It would probably knock a whole page. I mean, not actually. There was a book that, if you dropped in a 9.4 pull, you could conceivably knock it a grade or a grade and a half. I think if you drop a comic, probably aren't going to do as much damage.
Good.
Without the overhang.
And I really think, as far as pivoting back towards valuation, I think a lot of people are just waiting to see sales data come in.
Yep.
I don't think anyone wants to be the pioneer that's going out and setting these records.
Yep.
I think people are waiting to see sales that establish themselves at these different grades.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a multi-year process before you start seeing solidified sales data with grading, and then people feel confident to get into it.
Yeah.
So I think right now, I think if you see a pulp with an overhang with 8.0, 8.5, you should feel fine, paying up for that. But
and the census is starting to grow. There's tools that are being built now to help better understand the census data. But yeah, there aren't going to be a lot of comps. And so I think what we're seeing right now is people are holding on. There's holding costs though, and so people can't hold on forever. I think things will start to loosen up as we get a couple of heritage auctions. And we've seen some graded pulps and heritage auctions go for lower and lower grade. So I think we're seeing everything below a 4 isn't going to get a bump just from being in a slab.
No.
But if you got a 7+, you're seeing a pretty big appreciation.
I think where we're going to see a jump is the Roger Hill collections coming out with Heritage. I think that is going to be a defining moment for graded pulp sales. We're going to see a list of high-grade pulps hit auction. I think that's where we're going to see a solidified jump up in sales prices. I think going from there, I'm excited about the future of pulps.
I am too.
From there.
I think there's still deals to be had. You just got to go out and find them and sometimes pay for what you love, even if it hurts a little bit.
Yeah, I'm excited about the future.